I took you guys along with me today on my day today. So really quickly, I want to emphasize that I have the free training, and the reason why I'm pushing it so hard, you guys, is because I'm going to end up taking it down soon and putting it under my paid course. Okay, so get in there while you can. All right. Hey, Hallie, I'm back. Isn't it like 11 o'clock where you are, ma'am? You're like, yeah, what's the... You're not a grandma like me? So, I'm getting back on because I just had some dinner and at one of my favorite spots. And I just had like a raw vegetable salad pretty much. But, oh, yep. Okay. Love it. Yay. Happy birthday to your daughter. That is so exciting. Okay. So, all right. Really quick, Hallie. 20? Oh my gosh. I can't believe you have a 20-year-old. That is like, do people think you guys are sisters? That is so exciting. 20. You have like a full adult. A very young adult though. Very young adult. I mean, 20 seems like a baby, but remember when we were 20, we felt like we were grown? Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you. So the guy that was interested, or that is interested, was he just purely interested because he like heard your dad speak? Or did he ever get to, you know, and then your dad was like, oh, I have my daughter is here. Or did the gentleman get to see you ever? She is still, oh yeah, of course. But yeah, did she get to, or did he see you? Like maybe walk into the car or something? Like after the event was done? I was curious about that earlier. I was like, I forgot to ask that little detail. So for everyone hopping on, get down in the, well, I have it pinned. Oh, I didn't pin it. So make sure to get the free training before I take it and put it in the paid training, okay? He didn't see me at the event. Oh, wow, wait a minute. So were the women like, did the women enter in from one side and then the men entered from another side where you literally never even got to see each other? Like at all? Like even in the parking lot? I'm so curious about this. This is so fascinating. If anybody knows of anything like this in LA, like a singles event in LA, let me know. They sent the guys to another room. Then we had prayer and I hurried up and went to my car. Wow. Okay, so this, okay. I know what time it is. It's like, this is not like an Americanized, fluffy, kind of soft Muslim. Ooh, that guy just hit his car. That sucks. That really sucks. Dang. Oh, never mind. The girl drove away. It was a woman, drove away with the gas pump still in the car. But, I know what time it is. Okay, I get it. With Sikhism, it's pretty strict like that too. Like my dad and my sisters. But it was more like you get to see each other. And like when both my sisters got presented with their husbands, potential husbands at the time, they got to like, we all gathered as a family and like met each other's family. And then they got to go speak for like 20 minutes, like 10 feet away. You know what I mean? Like they got to go speak through a glass and we could see them, but yeah, I get it. I know what time it is. I called my dad from the car telling him I was ready to go. You don't want to come back inside and meet anyone? Oh, wait, so you could meet people at the end? They didn't have it set up at the event. Oh, okay. That is so interesting. That is so interesting. Keep me updated. Keep me updated on if you decide to like. So wait, if you were to go on a date with him, like, would it have to be the parents? Both parents would be involved, like go on the date with you guys, or like if you did decide to take it, you know, to open up the portal, what would be the very next step? You'll never go to another singles event? Hallie, no, it's okay. It's just like, what can I compare this to? I'll give you an example. I don't usually talk about stuff like this, but I'll give you an example. I'm going home, so I'll give you an example. So I'll just put it like this. Someone I know went to the grocery store almost, 2-3 times a week, right? And then they go to the grocery store this one time and actually meet someone decently cool at the open buffet area in the grocery store. But like prior to that, this person had went to the grocery store like 20 times before they actually like met someone. So basically what I'm saying is like, this is just a practice, like all these moments are practice runs, So, I mean, that's just my, because I guess what it is why I'm pushing you so hard is because I know that I need it. I need the nudge too, because it's easy to get comfortable. It's easy to just kind of sit back and like not be like, kind of like challenged. It takes effort to like get ready, like just like this whole thing, right? And where we're at in life, it's like we have our routine. We'd rather it be easy, but like, it's just, there has to be genuine effort, just like it would be when you get married. I mean, you've been married before, so it's like there's a lot of like effort involved, like just the day-to-day in and out of like being in a relationship. So I know we can get really comfortable and just be like, that didn't work once. But the advice that I've been getting and trying to like live by is like, just keep going, like keep going to the events, keep going. It's good to like be around other humans too. Like I know that you actually go into work, I believe, but you see the same people all the time, right? So like, when are you really ever seeing new people? I felt like a show pony. I feel you. That's how the dating apps, I would assume, that's how the dating apps in my mind kind of are. But okay, this is what I didn't want to say this earlier, but what someone said, a dating coach that kind of like gave 1% of me being like, I'm going to pray about it still, is that going to the like a singles event, going to like a signing up for a dating app, what happens is that, especially when you get to a certain stage in life, you can get so comfortable that you get used to like not talking, like not knowing how to banter, not knowing how to flirt, not knowing how to kiki, not knowing how to be in your power, be in your main character energy, like where you are the center of like the situation. Where like when you finally do go on like a date or you do like meet someone, it's like you're just so out of touch that like it just, you can actually be like behaving in a certain way and not even really like realizing it, because you just don't have the practice of like bantering back and forth with with a man with the opposite sex, and just keeping it light and simple and confident. And so like when you go on a dating app and then you do go on different dates, it's like it's not even about the men. It's like you're decentering men and you're putting the focus back on yourself, where you're like, okay, I just need to get comfortable with like being in, masculine energy, having conversations, having a nice dinner, collecting, information of like, what do I like? What do I not like? What kind of personalities am I meshing with? Am I comfortable? Am I fidgety on a date? Am I that, so it's, is actually pretty, I know, misdating, I know that was like the prime time. Well, actually I was actually pretty young then, but still, like, it just seemed like it was like easy. Like, I mean, I was in junior high, but in elementary school, but still, it was still easier, hey, do you want to sit next to me during lunch? You know what I mean? So I think that, and I'll read what you said in a second. I think that I actually was like, because I felt like like a dating apps are show pony-ish, and like kind of like you're a product on a shelf. But like when the person explained it in that way, where it's like, you gotta start consistently being open to suitors, and you have your strong boundaries up, right? Like, know this, know that, there's a certain kind of like experience that should be happening if you continue to go on the date, right? Now, I think what happens is people are, what the coach was saying, which I was like, this is really good advice, is that people date with no strategy. So they just like go on a date. It's really weird. They're like, oh my gosh, I hate dating apps. This is weird. And it's like, well, no, like now you just know that might not be the type of person you're looking for, right? So the next time you come across, so again, I'm not advocating for dating apps. I just would rather like meet people the good old fashioned way, but that requires leaving your house. So that's why, and again, it's not even about leaving your house. It's like for yourself, like go take yourself to lunch, go to your favorite dinner spots, go to your favorite coffee places, go to your favorite events, go to, get your 10,000 steps in outside instead of just in the same gym. You go to the same treadmill every day. You see the same people because you go at the same time, and the same people, you're already familiar with them. Some of them are married, some of them you're not interested in. Some of them you just literally go to the gym and not even pay attention, right? Are you talking about yes, I love his content. I was like, he was the first, out of anyone I've ever listened to, he's the first human being that I was like, I actually get his logic with dating apps. No one's ever explained it the way he's explained it. I really like him. Because it's like, it's true. It's kind of like if you don't leave your house and then you're not on a dating app. So it's like how your probability is just so low to meet somebody. I mean, yeah, you can meet someone randomly walking across, like someone that's your neighbor and the cousin is visiting. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you really think about it in a logical way, it's like, yeah, it's true. Like your options are very low. So he was the first one. So we'll see. I don't know. I got to pray about it. I'm going to do more of like making sure I'm outside of the house journey. And then we'll see what that does. I'm all ears right now. I know you guys, for some reason this week I was open to talking about this. I don't know why, but you guys don't get used to it. Cause I don't want the blind leading the blind. And technically when it comes to like dating and relationships, I don't want to be misleading anyone. I don't want to be impressioning anyone. It's just like, that's kind of just like a topic I don't really care for this channel to be about. Now, you never know. In 10 years, when I'm married with a child, that could be another calling of mine. You never know. But like right now, I'm just like, But I think these fun chit chats are just nice and healthy to have. He broke down the best cities, states dating. I know, and he broke down the worst ones, and I live in one of the worst ones. Makes sense. Let's see. You're all good, Ciana. We're in it together. We're in it together. I love it. I'm so happy I'm not alone. I'm so happy I'm not alone. Woo! Okay, guys, so go to embodypursuit.com. Make sure to get the free webinar. Uh-oh. Oh no. Did my phone go out again? Get the free webinar. I'm going to eventually put that into the paid training. Did the phone go out? I think I'm still on. Get the free training, even if you're not someone that cares to get any kind of, like, you have no desire to make money online, get it anyway. There's been people that have been kind of just like trusting me and saying, you know what, I will just like, whatever, it's a 90-minute training, why not? And going into her next decade, I just want to do what is best for her. We will see. You know what it is, Hallie? I love that. And I want to tell you something. I'm happy that you brought that up. And I hope I'm not crossing a boundary when I say this. Oh yeah. You know, it's true. And everyone in LA is known for that, which is just sad. Even though there's a lot of normal people that live here, it's just like you have to find them, you know? But what I want to say is with that, and if I'm understanding what you're saying with that, when you just kind of want to focus on your daughter, you know, she's going into the 20s. We already know how crucial that age is. Very impressionable. There's going to be like just all the temptations and just life and the world and all that. So my mom, that's why, one day I just want to buy her a home and a diamond ring and all this. Because so my mom, she was around my age now, maybe a little, no, she was younger. She was like 30, let me see. She was about 35, 36 years old. And she goes, you know what? She didn't tell me this. I was only like 9 or 10 at the time. But she goes, I'm just going to focus on my kids. I'm not going to date. And when I think about it, I'm like, oh my God, like she was so young, you know, because like the age I'm at now, I'm still like wanting to build my own family. You know what I mean? So it's like she was still young enough to have a full-on marriage and and she could have actually technically had a couple more kids, right? But she literally just decided one day, she was like, I'm just done dating and I'm just going to focus on my children. And she really sacrificed a lot. Like she sacrificed her youth and her beauty. She's still a gorgeous woman, but it's like she sacrificed, you know, her 30s and her 40s. And like now, you know, it's like she's a grandma, so she nailed it at life. Like she has these beautiful grandkids. She has 2 healthy children, adult children. She's super healthy. She's happy, right? But like she does see other people, you know, having relationships and things like that. And it's kind of like, okay, like it'd be nice to have a companion, right? And so what I want to say is like my mom she literally decided to shut it off. And so I really hope that like you just don't get to that point where like you shut it off. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be a time where your daughter's married and, you know, having her own kids and you're going to be a grandma and all that. And it's going to be beautiful, but like, you're still young. You're still young in the bigger scheme of life. So like you deserve love. And if anything, it'll be healthy for her, in my opinion, to see that. Cause I think it would have, when I look back, like if my mom would have ended up being open to love, it probably would have really shaped me in some way. Maybe, who knows, maybe I wouldn't be single, you know, for this long as an adult. But I grew up seeing a single mom and just her still buying homes, buying 4-bedroom home with a pool. And she just was kind of like at peace. But then there was this deep of like, you know, it would be nice to have somebody, you know what I'm saying? And my mom kind of like, she never has said that she regrets it, but it is a conversation that we have in this stage of like our motherhood, daughterhood, where she's like, I literally decided not to, but I'm kind of like, now in my 60s, like, should I have maybe stayed open? So to be honest, I love my mom's path because she's just so healthy and vibrant and beautiful and still like operating like she's in her 50s, in her late 40s, 50s. So as far as like her will to get promoted at her job and her will to like just be the best she can, right? And so arguably, who knows, maybe a man in her circumstance wouldn't have, it just wasn't part of her path. She could still find someone in her 60s though. She could still find a companion, if that's her will and God's will. And my daughter grew up with a mom and aunts who have experienced annoying things in the dating world. So I feel like I have to clean that up and show her, there you go. Maybe seeing mom get in a really healthy relationship will encourage her to just kind of like, at the right time, get into a healthy relationship and just kind of do life and just, and again, you're so ground. You guys what I'm gathering is like, you're so grounded in your Muslim faith and your dad is really close and there's just a lot of protection around her, which is really, really good. So she's not going to even veer off, but, I think I would have loved to see my mom in love. She was still young enough. And I'm like, dang, she literally stopped. She stopped dating at 35. Cold turkey. Done. The last date she was on was 35 years old. 34 or 35 years old. Insane. And she's 65. For 30 years, she has not been on a date. By choice. I'm so grateful for the foundation we have. Yes. Yeah, so she's going to be good no matter what. But there is something subconscious. Like we're all learning subconsciously and maybe, who knows? Like I said, who knows? Maybe I wouldn't have been so just kind of like, oh, I'll get married one day. Hopefully it happens. Maybe I would have been more intentional when I was younger. 30 years. I always thought, I always like also too, I also thought like, yeah, I'm sure I'll be married by this age. And then it was like, I got that age and I'm like, okay, I'm sure I'll be married by this age. And then I got that age and I'm like, oh, well, I'll be married by that age. So it's like, but maybe if I would have, I don't know, again, this is all just, I'm guessing, I'm just kind of like ranting, but, who knows? Maybe if my mom was really intentional at 35, maybe she could have been married by 37, 38. And then I would have grown up as a young teenager and been like, okay, Harper, God loves you. Have a blessed day. Thank you, Harper. I appreciate that. All right. So I'm going to get in the house. I am tired. I'm going to wake up early, get to it. So get the free course. Ahora. My daughter is not like me. I wanted to be married since I was, oh, wow. My daughter isn't really, oh, thank God she's not. She can get her career going. She's so young. Get her career going. Focus on that. I think that, in my opinion, I think that a really solid age for the modern day woman, in my personal opinion, I'm not saying it's the right opinion, is a solid 27, 28. I think that's a really healthy age. So 27, 28. So anyways, have a beautiful rest of your day. Bye. Or